Hi, everyone. So I am going to go over Target C Day 2 with you. And yesterday, or the other day when we did these notes, I had you skip page 13. We're going to go back to page 13. So this is page 13 here in the notes. We're going to skip around a little bit today, and I apologize in advance. But we're going to go and talk about the Pythagorean theorem today. And you have learned this before, so this will just be a quick trip down memory lane. A little bit of vocab that we have already talked about this year. A right angle is an angle whose measure is 90 degrees. You know that. And a right triangle is a triangle with exactly one right angle. There can only be one right angle in a triangle. So we know that. We've been working with right angles this whole unit. And since we have right triangles, we are able to find the other side length that we are missing by using the Pythagorean theorem. And that is where a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. And it doesn't matter when we're talking A, B, and C, we're talking about legs in your or sides in your triangle. So here's a right angle right here, or right triangle. And you have your leg, each leg, whatever the length is squared, added together is going to equal the length of your hypotenuse squared. And so it doesn't matter what you call A and what you call B. It just matters that every time you have C, that is your hypotenuse. So your hypotenuse is going to be C. So it doesn't matter which leg you call A. You can call this one A, or you can call this one B and the other one A. It doesn't matter as long as you call your hypotenuse C. And it will matter when you have your equation. And so we're going to write ourselves a note that we use Pythagorean theorem when we have 2 out of 3 sides. When we have 2 out of 3 sides, because we're going to be going through and working on solving for triangles in a minute, and we will want to know when to use the Pythagorean theorem or not. But these are just practice problems with the Pythagorean theorem. And you guys have done this before in other years of math, and hopefully you've remembered it. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. And so for this example problem, we have 2 out of the 3 sides. And so I'm going to use the Pythagorean theorem to find my b. And again, it doesn't matter how I write my equation as long as I know what my C is. So here's my right angle. My side across from that is going to be my C. So I know that whatever this side squared plus this side squared will give me my C squared. So let's write that down. I could do 40 squared plus b squared is equal to 41 squared. Now you could put your b here and your 40 here, but what does matter is that you put your 41 squared on the other side of the equal sign, because 41 is your c. And then in your calculator, 40 squared will give you 1600. Keep that black. 1600 plus b squared is equal to 41 squared, which is 1681. You need to get b squared by itself. So you need to get that by itself. So I'm going to subtract 1600 from both sides. Minus 1600. I will erase this other problem in a second. Those are going to cancel out. So I have b squared is equal to 1681 minus 1600 is 81. In order to undo this square root, or this square, we are going to take the square root of both sides. And so b is equal to the square root of 81, which is 9. And you can double check that in your calculator if you don't believe me. I just needed to go a little quick because of my time. Alrighty, so that is when what I am missing is one of my legs. So I use the Pythagorean theorem to help me. Now let's see a different scenario. Let's do this problem up here. This problem up here, I have to find my C. So I have 2 out of my 3 sides. I have this side and this side. I am missing my hypotenuse because there's my right angle. So this is my C. So I know that what this side is squared plus this side squared equals C squared. So 7 squared plus 2 squared equals my C squared. You're going to get 49 from 7 squared. You're going to get 4 from 2 squared is equal to C squared. Then when you clean up 49 plus 4, you will get 53 is equal to C squared. Take that square root. The square root of 53 is not a nice number, so you're going to want to round